All right, we're about to get started. Um, I'm just picking up a little bit. I had just finished working on something else right now. So let me pick up a little bit and we're going to quickly try to diagnose to see if the issue with this PS5 that was just dropped off is the power supply. If it's just that, then we'll get it replaced. I do have power supplies in stock. So we'll go ahead and get it replaced and his customer will leave with his console right away. Hopefully it's like that. Not always the case. Not always the case. Oh, my lighting, my bad. Lights are off. Alcohol. Clean this up here. Okay. Let's throw this away. So first things first, we're gonna plug in and see what we get and go from there. So I'm plugging in. And we get nothing. There's nothing happening. So basically that does most of the time mean there's a dead power supply. Yeah, nothing. So we'll go ahead and disassemble, um, test the power supply. If we get no voltage, we'll go ahead and swap it out real quick and then test again, see if we can get it to turn on. If not, if it doesn't turn on after that, then we'll read UART. We'll plug in the programmer, we'll read UART, and then we'll check to see what's the issue. What's the console saying? The reason why it's not doesn't want to turn on. We'll go ahead and see. There. Okay. Oh, we do need to remove both covers in this case because we do need to get to the bottom as well. There we go. Put that aside. So, oh, the bottom first here. So these two screws hold down the power supply in place. So we'll go ahead and get those removed first. Okay, and then we'll go back to the other side, and then we'll start disassembling. We'll start the disassembling process, and it's just the covers. We don't need to remove the heat shield or anything like that if it's just the power supply. So just give me a moment here. I would like a nice win like that. That's just the power supply, easy. We make more money on the ones that's harder, obviously, because when the power supply is good, then we don't have to replace it. It doesn't come out of our repair. But when it is the power supply, it's a little easier, but we make a little less money because it's a flat rate. It's a flat rate for the no power. Console is very clean. That's always good. I like seeing clean consoles like this. And yeah, we'll just one screw at a time here. And we're about to find out shortly what the issue is. I just got a message. I'll take a look in a moment. Oh, I know somebody else is coming to drop. Sorry it took me longer to get back out of the car than I thought. I'm on my way and have an ET in 30 minutes. Okay, that's fine. No problem with that. Okay. Okay, there. We do have a SSD. Do we need to take off the SSD? No, we don't. SSD can stay there. Go. Very, very clean. This is nice. Okay, so what we have to unplug here. Let's unplug this. And this wire, we need to undo that right there. And let's remove this, 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 and then the the CD drive, we'll take it off there. And there. Then the next step is, no, we don't need to take that off. We need to take this off. This screw, because this screw holds it to the bottom, and we should be ready. We should be ready. Yeah. There we go. We have to be careful because of the. There we go. Come out. Come out. There. Okay, so the power supply is loose already. So I'll just grab it, bang, like that. We'll put the board back in there. I have a call. Give me one moment. Thank you for calling Repair Labz. This is Anthony. Okay. Alrighty. So what we're gonna do next is we're gonna test the power supply, by just plugging it in. I'm almost 100% sure that I would say 90. Let's be 99% sure. That we're not gonna have any power on here. Let me see if I could just place this. Uh, you're just gonna have to go by my word. Okay, it's fine. We're just trying to get this tested really quick, so our customer could possibly leave right now with a working console. That's what we're trying to do. So yeah, we'll go ahead and see what we got. It's plugged in, and we got 0. Just in case, 0. So the power supply 100% is bad. Now, this doesn't mean it's the only issue. We hope it is. We really do hope it is. I have a new power supply. I just don't remember where it's at. Give me a second. Bear with me a moment. I just need to search for it. Alrighty, I am back. And oh no, this is not the right one. There's a different version. One more second, please. Give me a moment. I do apologize for the delay. Bear with me a moment. Okay, we're back. I got it. This one's brand new. How I could tell? Because I didn't put this part back in. That's why I know which ones are good, which ones are new and which ones are used. Because I do have used ones. But yeah, we're gonna go. Let's go ahead and test it so I could show you what it's supposed to be like. Okay, there we go. So that's how it's supposed to look like that. All right, so we'll go ahead and unplug. We'll go ahead and put it back. We'll put this power supply in there and power it up. I'm feeling good about it. I am. I'm feeling good about this one. Just because of the condition of the console is kept nice and clean and everything like that. So let's make it work again. So have to be careful with this right here. We need to make sure that it falls right back into place because normally you're supposed to do a lot more work to get this removed. So there. Okay, so on this side we're good. And then we just got to make sure that the underside is all clipped in where it needs to be. And it is. So immediately we can go ahead, plug in our power cable, plug in our, oh, we forgot to do something, but that's fine. We're testing to see if this will turn on, but we gotta add the antenna. This part right here, I forgot it. I should have thrown it in there. But let's go ahead and test without it. That's fine. Only take us a couple minutes to do that. Um, Everything looks good. Everything is secure in place. So let's connect HDMI and everything. Let's do it. Okay, there we are. We'll go ahead and switch to the capture card. This one. Okay, so ready. 5, 4, 3, 2. We got blue light. We got blue light. It's staying on. And we got image. Let's go. Let's go. This is a fix. Let's get it, man. You're gonna get your console in a few minutes. Um, these are nice. This is a nice, repair. Quick and easy. I'm glad. Like sometimes this is really this easy. So we'll go ahead and finish up. We'll go ahead and power it back off. We don't have the fan on or anything like that. So we'll go ahead and power it off. 15 minutes in, and we already got picture. That's amazing. So let's continue here and do what we do. I'll wait for it to finish turning off. All right, it's off now. I do need to remove the power supply one more time. No, should have thought about that before, but I just wanted to test. I just wanted to test. That's all. So we'll go ahead and do the same thing again. We'll just kind of like maneuver this out of place. There. Okay. Just pull it out. Okay, and then we'll just go ahead and add this on here, and there we go. And this goes through here and then through here like this. Yeah, like that. Okay, same thing. We'll lift up carefully, slide it in there. There, get our cable out of the way, and then come back down. It's tricky, it'd be tricky sometimes. We just gotta make sure that, there we go. I'm worried, I only be worried about this plug coming off the, for the front port. Um, Everything else is good. We need to double check, make sure the bottom is good, and it is. So yeah, we're ready to go ahead and assemble. Um, okay. These is just temporary. We just want to make sure that they don't get caught up in the screw holes or anything like that. So as long as they're not near the screw holes, it's fine. And we're good basically to assemble. So we'll go ahead and put our, oh wait, there's the screw here. We got to put 1 second. It's this one. And where's my, here. There we go. Oh, nah, forget our wires here. Power connector. Okay, so yeah, that's good there. Okay, so we're good, good. So go ahead and drop it. I gotta make sure nothing's in the way, that nothing's gonna get caught up, and we're good. There we go. Dropping it back into place. That. There we go. And just, reverse. And then we'll test one more time. We'll turn it back on. There's nothing for me to clean. I normally dust them out and clean them, but bro, this console, I'm not. You must have an air purifier in your house. You must have an air purifier for sure, because your console is very clean. Looks like it almost just came out of the store. Alrighty. So that's it. I'm gonna put it into the final stages of basically, let me see here. Yeah, assembling your device. It's gonna be ready in literally minutes. But yeah. And then I always flip it over, because sometimes I think I went through everything and I didn't. So I started doing that now. We'll go ahead and connect the power for the drive. And then we have to, after we put the fan, we'll flip it around and put the other screws for that hold the power supply in place. Um, we'll get the little cover too now for the SSD. Put that back. And where's our SSD? Right here. Screw. And then we'll go ahead and Alrighty, so these screws are gonna be the fine threads are gonna go here. Short ones, not the long ones. Here is this one. This is gonna be for the power supply, this longer one. And this shorter one's gonna be for here. And then we have this long, wider thread or thicker thread pitch there. And then we have this little tiny one that goes here. There. And then we'll put this cover back on. Look, there's nothing for me here to wipe. I always wipe these. There's nothing. There's nothing for me to wipe. It's so clean. Amazing. Yeah, there's nothing. There's nothing to wipe. I'll wipe it because it's just I always wipe it, but there's literally nothing to wipe. Nice, man. Nice. Good job keeping your console this clean. Oh, what happened to my? Oh wait, we forgot something. 1 second. My LED just came off the microscope. It's hanging there. There we go. And then on the other side, like we said, the two screws for the power supply, we can't forget those. Oh, there we go, that's one. And that's two. Oop. There we go. Okay, let's go ahead and test one more time. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We got blue light. Let me fix this while that powers on. Yep, we're good. Console's ready to be picked up. If you're listening, come through. I'm gonna send the link for the payment. Ready for pickup. There we go. 23 minutes for the time of the repair. That's how long we took. And it could have been a little faster, but it's fine. We're not in no rush. We're not in no rush. Let's get that. Let's make sure we say that clear. We're not in a rush, but customer did drive 45 minutes away. I had just finished on another console. I'm like, you know what? It's just to check a quick power supply. Let me at least check to see if it's that. And we got lucky enough to for the issue to be that. So that's really good. I'm sure the customer is happy. Um, oh, we forgot to put the bottom part. I really recommend that you don't stand it up vertically for a couple reasons. Most important thing is the liquid metal. You have consoles like this, the liquid metal is gonna go down and your console is gonna get dry. Over time, it will cause issues with overheating. I'm not sure how long you've had the console standing up, but most likely you're gonna have dry spots on your APU. Another thing is it could easily get tipped over and then you can easily damage the HDMI port at the least of your worries. And then you could have issues with chips that need to be reballed, and sometimes they're not fixable when people drop them. Mostly yes, but sometimes no. So there you have it. We're gonna call it. I know I have marathon on there, but right now this was a quick one. I'm going to take a little break, freshen up a little bit, get some fresh air in here. I need to turn on the AC a little bit better because it's 100 and something degrees out and it does not feel good in here, honestly. So yeah. If anybody has any questions or anything to say, you guys go ahead. I see there's people here, but everybody being a little quiet. Um, but yeah, I'll be back later. If anybody wants to come back, we do have a few more repairs to do, so just bear with me.